are speaking, and you do so well. How did you get started speaking, first of all?
I get started. Just a short story. I started my own company in college spring semester. They asked me to speak at an organization, and I enjoyed it, and I kept going with it, and then I just really loved it, and I just kept speaking. It was definitely something that I loved, and it's a continuous effort. It's a continuous thing. It's not really overnight. You can't just be like, oh, I want to be all this. It's a continuous process still today to continue to speak people. But I just realized that was something that I was gifted with and I was really good at. And people say that just whatever you do, whatever I do, just keep doing it. So that's how I got started with it, and I keep doing it as much as I can.
What would you give as a suggestion to somebody who does want to share their message in a bigger way? What would you give as a tip or an action step that help for them?
Yeah, definitely. I think the first thing is that you have to get yourself out there. I think that's the biggest thing. I think a lot of people don't want to do that, and that's on any type of medium or Facebook or Twitter or Periscope or YouTube. I think it's just really just starting. Like I said, you're not going to have 1,000 million people following you. I mean, because, what I have is vanity, because it's like, I have all these people who like and comment on my posts, but at the beginning it wasn't like that. And people miss that fact.
Joining us.
So yeah, so that's just the main thing. Is just, you just need to find out what you want to talk about and do it, and don't try to copy someone else, because that's not going to help you. You got to really focus on what you want to talk about, and then just really invest into that, and then keep doing it over and over again. And then the right people will start listening to what you have to say.
Yeah, I think that's the truth too. I think that the most important thing is if you touch one person and one person starts to really resonate with what you're saying, then you really have become a success already. So, so many people get so caught up in how many people are following, how many people are watching, what's people doing. And I think that it's really important that people, like you said, don't wait to wait for it to be right. Don't wait for it to be.
Yeah, because you're not. Yeah, no, people are. So this is, I've had the same problem, and this is what I tell people: is just don't feel too entitled to what you're doing. Don't feel like you're like the best, and everyone's gonna come follow you when you post a video. Like, that's just not gonna happen. Like, you got to get real with yourself, and you got to realize that you're really not gonna have that many likes and comments at the beginning, because you're just starting out. Like, it honestly doesn't make any sense to think that you're gonna have that because you see someone else who has all that stuff. Like, you got to really go back when people first started. Like, first people's videos don't have many views. They don't have that many likes. And the difference between you and them is that they're consistent and they kept fine tuning along the way. So, that's what I do. So, and that's the biggest thing. And I think that a lot of people just have to kind of just start where they're at and then be like, okay, what am I going to do? And so that's the biggest thing at the end of the day is finding out what really you want to be and who you want to talk to, and then keep doing that.
Absolutely. So in honor of Martin Luther King Day and the beautiful message of unity and peace, what would you like to say as we close this interview? Thank you so much for your time. And thank you so much for being the change, for being what we are looking for in the world. I think that it's so important that each and every one of us realize how much we matter, and how much, as we gather together, we start to become a louder voice for peace and love and joy and happiness for the entire planet. So what would you say?
The biggest thing is to stop complaining and just be the change for yourself, even though if it's small. I think that everyone complains about all the negative stuff going on, and they're actually not doing anything to change it. So I think that's just just doesn't make any sense. Very hypocritical. So, if you want to see the change in the world, then start doing something small to change it, because then you'll actually feel better about it. And then you may have a right to actually complain, but I feel like you have no right to complain if you're not actually doing something to change it. So that's just how I really feel about it.
Absolutely. I feel the exact same way, Morgan. That's why I decided to do this. That's why I decided to do this scope. That's why I decided to use social media. That's why we decided to use Blab and Periscope and all the ways that we can gather our superheroes and gather our superpowers so that we can become this united front and really let people know So please follow on Blab. I am Mindful Media Mom, and please follow on Periscope at Positively123. Also, Mindful Media Mom on Twitter and Periscope. And what we can do together is we can co-create loving your dream into reality. So every person deserves to have their dream come true. Don't you think so, Morgan? I think.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, I work towards mine every single day, so and it's not an overnight thing. But I think that everyone has some type of dream, and like you really got to pursue it in some type of way. I think in a daily aspect and a daily grind. I think that's the main thing. But all those dreams can be achieved. But I think it is. But I think it's just like your dream may be just doing the process or actually getting there. But
Right.
there's all sorts of ways. But I think that with a lot of social media that we have, the dreams can definitely be attained a lot easier than 40, 50 years ago.
I always say that a dream was placed in your heart for you to accomplish it. There's nobody else out there that can do it like you do. Nobody else has had the experiences that you've had, and nobody else can share your message the way that you can. So if you feel like you have a message, reach out to me. I'd love for you to join us over in the Facebook group. We have the Facebook Raise Your Vibe Tribe. Morgan, please join us there. Come on over to Facebook. Raise Your Vibe Tribe is our dream incubator, and it's where we love your dreams into reality and where we co-create and collaborate consciously on how we want to make the world a better place. And the more that we gather together, the stronger our voices become. And the more that we bring together this message of hope and unity and peace and consciousness and continue the messages of Martin Luther King, of Maya Angelou, of George Harrison, of John Lennon. All of these beautiful, beautiful souls are guiding us as we go through all of these experiences that we are being given so that we can find our way back to love. Even in the darkest of dark places, we are the light. So even in the darkest of dark places, we are the light. So shine your light in those dark places, because a beautiful thing that Martin Luther King said is that darkness cannot stamp out darkness. Only light can do that. And hatred cannot stamp out more hatred. Only love can do that. So be the love, be the light, be the change, and take your time to do what you can in your corner of the world. And start in your corner of the world and let it spread globally. I was just a mom who wanted to make the world a little bit better for my own daughter. And I decided that I would take this beautiful campaign and do what I could to spread global kindness so that we could have global kindness go viral. And in August, I became a best-selling author of Global Kindness Going Viral, and used my voice to show that we can use social media, that we can use technology for a greater good, that we can combine ancient wisdom with modern science and create the most incredible results. So enjoy your day. Take some time today to think about, how can I be more kind? How can I be the change that I want to see in the world? How can I take my message globally and begin by taking it to just one person? If one person listens and one person takes action steps, then we start to change the world, right? So let me just flip this around and I'll let Morgan say his last bit here.
Yeah, definitely. So I agree, with everything you're saying. I think the biggest thing is that everyone really focuses on, what their dream is and what their goal is, and to basically do that on a daily basis and to put it out there. Different mediums may be for you. There's all sorts of mediums, but I really just encourage all of you to, get yourself out there and be the light. I did a speech on this as well. I said, stop being the shadow, start being the light, start saying the things that you need to do, put yourself out there. to be the person that you want to be. So those are my last thoughts on that.
Awesome. Yes, and you guys, just so you know, in March, we will be using all media platforms for an entire week of Global Peace Week. The last week of March will be, I'd love to invite you back, Morgan, so that we're using Hangouts, we're using podcasting, we're using everything we can to spread this message for an entire week so that we can really send a message out into the masses that we want to focus on the good things people are doing. There's so many amazing people doing such amazing things, and so many incredible organizations that are out there that if we just start to use this medium and we use these platforms, we can totally change the world. We can get the message out to ABC, to CNN. We can get this message out in a big way. And that's what we're doing, you guys. So thank you, Morgan. Thank you so much for being here. I am so incredibly grateful. And I know that we are the change. So thank you for everyone who's watching. Thank you. If you see the hashtag Global Peace Project, watch that scope so you'll be inspired. And please share and tweet whenever you see that hashtag. Please share and tweet Global Peace Project and Global Peace going viral. Pass the peace and blab for peace. We are using hashtags for peace. How about that? Wouldn't you love to see all those trending? Wouldn't you love to see on Twitter, down the road, right down the road, hashtags for peace, blab for peace, Perry for peace, everyone for peace? How powerful would that send a message out into the world? So that's the vision, guys. Hold it, send it up, pray for it. Do what you can in your corner of the world to make it better. Thank you so much. Thank you, Morgan. So grateful.
Awesome. Yeah, it was great. It was great. It's a good interview and some great value, some great knowledge there. It's really good.
Let's keep in touch and see how we can work together on Blab. Let's maybe think about maybe once or twice a month we could get together and really share this message out so we can, I'd love to do a show called Millennial Mindset because I love your generation. And I think that the millennials are going to change the world. I really do. I believe in you guys.
I hope so.
I hope so. Yeah. Well,
my friends, some of them probably can't do anything. So it's just funny, but we'll see.
Yeah. So anyway, have an amazing day and thank you so much. And just to let you know, the next person who's coming up is Dance Your Way Home. So if you could share and tweet that out on Periscope. And if you just see the hashtag Global Peace Project, if you could just share and tweet it out anytime, that would be so appreciated.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, definitely. I'll definitely do that.
Thank you. So grateful for you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your light. And thank you for making the world a better place.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it. And thanks for letting me in here.
Thank you.